It was the first Sunday of a new decade, 1990. That morning started with two nudges. My housemates, Steve and April, both told me, "You need to bring your walking shoes today." Then at Mount Hope Church, Pastor Dave stood in the pulpit and repeated almost the same words. "Y'all need to go for a walk today. Get your walking shoes on." When the same instruction comes from two directions in one day, I've learned to pay attention. Later that afternoon, I drove to a park near my workplace, a place I sometimes visited to clear my head. I found myself walking a path wide enough for a car, lined with trees. Off to my left stood a grove of great, towering, mature trees. As I looked at them, God's voice cut through my thoughts. "These are those who have always been." And then he made my role plain. "You are my word walking down this path." Every step I took wasn't just my own, it was the word itself moving, drawing near, passing by, circling around. The path led me to the first of 3 patches of baby trees. They stood 4 or 5 feet tall, but most of them were dead. Only a handful appeared to have a chance of surviving to reach maturity. God spoke again. "This is the first dispensation. My word did not exist to them. Few will reach maturity." As the word on the path, I felt the weight of it. Where the word had not come near, life had withered. The path brought me to the second patch. These trees were also small, but this group was different. The ones closest to the path, closest to the word, were thriving. The ones farther back looked more like the first patch, struggling, weak. I noticed something else. The trees at the beginning and end of the square were growing the best of all. God explained, "This is the second dispensation. Those nearest to my word will flourish. Those at the beginning and end will do best. Many here will reach maturity." Right then, a car suddenly appeared on the same path. I had to step aside to avoid being run down. God told me plainly, that is Satan, trying to push the word off the path. My role as the word was being tested. The enemy doesn't stop coming. Then I came to the third patch. This time every tree stood healthy, strong, 5 or 6 feet tall, with sturdy trunks and full of leaves. The difference was striking. The path surrounded this entire square of trees. The word didn't just brush by, it encircled. And because the word wrapped around them, every single tree would reach maturity. I lay down on the ground among them and whispered, "This is where I want to be." Because here, surrounded by the word on every side, life would endure to its fullness. The next day I told my little buddy Frank about the revelation. I described the first patch, the second patch, and the third, but I left off the ending. Frank didn't miss a beat. He finished the story for me, word for word as God had given it. That was the confirmation. The 3 trees revelation was not my imagination. It was a glimpse of God's plan across the dispensations of time, and my role in it as the word on the path. That day in 1990, God showed me, in the first dispensation, without the word, only a few reached maturity. In the second, closeness to the word brought life, especially at the beginning and the end. In the third, where the word surrounds, all grow to fullness. And in the middle of it all, my role was set, to walk as the word on the path, to keep moving forward, to keep encircling, to bring life to maturity.